A lot of guys struggle with dating women because only a few of us know that what women say and what they mean are two completely different things. So today we'll be ranking what women say on a scale from partially true, which means there's some truth in it, cap, which means they're lying, don't believe this, which means they're really lying, and on top we have bullshit. This is going to be a long video, so I dare you to watch it till the end, because a man learns from his own mistakes, whereas a wise man learns from the mistakes others make. So sit back, relax, and let's get into this list. First thing we have here is we grew apart, and this is bullshit, because this is something that a girl will say when she grew apart from him, but he didn't. The truth is he probably turned her off and she just wasn't having it, so she initiated the breakup so that she could go ahead and look for other options. Instead, if he was the one who initiated the breakup, she labeled him as manipulative, she labeled him as toxic, and she will play the victim card. So when she says we grew apart, it just means that she lost attraction because he was weak in the relationship and he isn't the same guy she fell in love with. It just means that she outgrew him in the relationship and it isn't a mutual agreement both of them came to. Next up we have I need some space. Now this is cap. If you hear this from her, then she doesn't need space. She probably needs other men. If she tells you this while you're in a relationship with her, she's regretting having started this relationship with you and she's actively looking for an exit. And eventually, this is what she's gonna do. She's gonna pull away, she's gonna act distant, and she's gonna leave you. Next up, we have he's just a friend. Now this is partially true. Women say this all the time, and sure, maybe in her head, he's just a friend. But here's the thing, she's keeping him around for attention and maybe even as a future backup plan if things go south in her current relationship. Think about it, she doesn't have to actually commit to him, but he's always there for her, filling her emotional void, making her feel special. He's sitting there, waiting for the perfect opportunity to slide in and get her. Meanwhile, she just keeps him around, gets all the attention and validation she can from him without actually having to give him anything in return. She leans on him when things are rocky, and when she's feeling lonely or unappreciated, that guy is always there to listen to her, to comfort her, and to always remind her that she has options. So yeah, he's just a friend, but he's also a backup plan, whether she realizes it or not. Next up, we have her saying, I love romantic men. Now this is bullshit. Women only love romantic men when it's a fantasy inside their head. They'll read some novels, they'll read some books about men being chivalrous, and they'll convince themselves that this is something that they want. In reality, we all know what response we get. She'll get turned off, she'll start pulling away, and she'll ghost you eventually. Being romantic isn't a bad thing, it's kind of sweet, but when it's the only thing you bring to the table, you leave her with no choice but to lose interest in you. Next up we have the vibe was off, and this is partially true. Sometimes the guy is really attractive to her and he checks all the boxes for her, but when she says the vibe was off, you probably turned her off. Maybe you bored her by telling her too much about yourself, so there was absolutely no mystery element left. So that probably killed all of that attraction. So if you're not able to vibe with the girl, especially during that initial awkward phase where you're just talking to her and getting to know each other, then you need to work on your game. Next up we have right person, wrong time. No. What she really means is wrong person, right time. Please don't believe this. When a woman says you're the right person for me, but I don't want to be in a relationship right now, she is definitely lying to you. There is no such thing as a right person and a wrong time. There is only ever a right person or a wrong person. That's about it. So you were the wrong person. Women always bend rules for that one guy she likes, so you just didn't make the cut for her. Next up we have I was busy. Now this is cap. Women are never busy for the guy they want. They're always busy for the guys they do not want. Now let's say you asked her out on a date, right? Or just to meet up, and her response is I'm busy, I have exams. Now she could actually be busy for all I know, but here's how you can find out for sure. If she reschedules for the date, right? For example, I'm busy for another week due to exams, but we can definitely meet this Saturday. This rescheduling shows that she is interested in you. If she likes you, she will definitely offer to reschedule. Let's say she doesn't offer to reschedule. More often than not, she's just trying to reject you by telling you that she's busy, so it's time to move on. If you're struggling with any problems in your life, you can always join my Discord server where I'll personally help you out for free. You can also DM me on my Instagram for any help required. Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Both the links are down in the description below, so I'll see you there. Let's get back to the video. Next up we have I want an ambitious guy. Now this is partially true. If you've got a vision for the future and she sees that you're working towards something good, That's really attractive to her because it shows that you've got drive, you've got direction, and you've got a good purpose. If she sees you on your grind, she'll want to be a part of your journey because women want to feel like they're part of something bigger, something exciting. But here's the flip side. If she sees you're not gonna go anywhere in your life and that you're not gonna achieve your goals, she'll lose faith in you. And once that happens, trust me, she'll bounce before you know it and start chasing other men. She needs to see the potential for your growth. And if she doesn't, she'll just move on. And that's honestly good riddance. It's better than wasting time with someone who didn't believe in you in the first place. Now, if she does stick around with you during the tough times, supports you when things aren't looking that great, and still believes in you, then she is a keeper. She's a real one. That's the kind of woman we all are looking for the long haul because she sees your potential and is willing to ride with you through the highs and lows of life. That's the kind of woman you want in your corner at all times. Next up, we have personality is important. Now, this is partially true. Your personality does matter, but what matters the most is how attractive you are, how masculine you are, and how strong you are emotionally. Because women are naturally drawn to strength and confidence. This is a primal trait. Masculinity in a guy signals stability, protection, and leadership. And let's be honest, attraction isn't just about how nice you are, it's about how you make her feel deep down. If she's vibing with a guy who exudes masculinity and has that edge, her instincts will tell her that he's the one she wants, even if the other guy is just as nice. You can be the nicest guy in the world, but if you're not exuding that masculine energy and that masculine attraction, she's probably not gonna see you as a top choice. Next up, we have gifts are my love language. Now this is cap. What she really means by this is that she is a gold digger. In a healthy relationship, she will never ask you to buy her expensive gifts. Instead, she will help you, she will support you, and you will end up buying her a gift when the time is right. A gift is something you give when the person has no idea about it as a surprise. A gift isn't something you get her because she demands it. It's something you give because you're thinking of her. You just want to make her smile without any expectations. And here's the thing, if she's happy with the little things you buy for her and appreciates you for your thoughtfulness behind your gifts, no matter what the goddamn price tag says, she's a real one. She's not in it for the material stuff and she's in it for the connection, the love, and the genuine bond you two share. If she's constantly hinting for more gifts and more expensive kind of gifts, you gotta question if she's really there for you or she's just there for what she can get from you. Next up, we have I like you as a friend. Now please don't believe this. What she really means by this is that she likes you as a source of attention and validation without her actually having to commit to you. She will use you for her emotional needs, and if you give her a shoulder to cry on, then she will leave you the next day and go back to dating some other guy again, and you'll have nobody to blame for but yourself if you fall for this trap. Also, she's not going to realize your worth anytime soon, so it's time for you to realize yours. Next up, we have I don't want to ruin our friendship. Please don't believe this. What she really means is I'm not attracted to you, but I don't want to deal with the guilt of actually rejecting you. This is her way of softening the rejection blow while also keeping you around as a backup option in case her other plans fall through. Girls will move mountains to get with the guy they actually want. So what makes you think your friendship is something that's stopping her? They always bend the rules for the guy they want. So if she tells you she doesn't want to ruin the friendship, that just means that you only have a friendship and you didn't make the cut for her romantically. Next up, we have I don't know what I want. Now this is cap. She knows exactly what she wants and it's definitely not you. This is a way to avoid commitment without coming across as harsh. She wants you to think that she's actually confused about her type. But here's the thing, girls are always sure about the guys they want and the guys they don't want. So if you think she'll realize your worth one day and come back running to you, you need to wake the hell up. Next up, we have I didn't see your message and this is bullshit. In today's day and age, every single person on earth is glued to their phones. So let me tell you what actually happened. She saw your message immediately when you sent it and didn't think that you were a priority to respond to. She then continued her day texting other guys and texting in her group chat and she just forgot to respond to you. That's what happened. It just shows how important you are to her, so just move on. Next up, we have I don't care about looks. Now this is cap. While a woman might claim that she doesn't care about looks, we all know that this is cap. Of course, personality is important and a deep connection is always going to carry more weight in the long term, but physical attraction remains and will always remain a key component of romantic interest. If a woman says that she doesn't care about looks, It's just a way to avoid appearing shallow or superficial. Physical chemistry and attraction always play an essential role in establishing a romantic connection. Even if she values your kindness, your humor, your intelligence, if she isn't physically attracted to you, there is very little chance that the relationship will progress. Next up we have I'm not ready for a relationship, and this is bullshit. If a woman says that she's not ready for a relationship, what she really means by that is that she is not ready for a relationship with you. If she was truly interested in you, she will make an effort to pursue a relationship regardless of whether she's ready or not. Everyone has their own personal timing, I understand that. And maybe they have some circumstances that influence when they're open to dating. But here's the thing, if she genuinely has a good connection with you, she will prioritize making time for you and will be ready to commit anytime. This phrase, I'm not ready for a relationship, is often used as an excuse to avoid emotional investment, especially if she's not feeling that attraction or emotional spark. This is a sign that you should stop investing your time and energy into her and move on. Next up we have I'll think about it, and this is cap. When a woman says I'll think about it to you after you ask her out to hang out or on a date, it's typically just a polite way of saying no. I'll think about it is often a delay tactic that women use to let you down gently. It might indicate that she's already decided against it, but she doesn't want to reject you immediately just to avoid appearing rude. It could also mean that she's unsure but isn't willing to fully commit to you, possibly because she doesn't have any strong feelings towards you and she's considering other options. A decisive yes or no would be a clearer response from someone who values your time and is interested in you. Next up we have you're too good for me. Now this is bullshit, man. When a woman says you're too good for me, she's often trying to let you down gently. It's a way of avoiding confrontation. Don't think that she's saying this because she doesn't feel like she's worthy of you. If you are worthy of her, she'll be head over heels for you. She's not feeling insecure about herself or your relationship. It's important that you don't take this statement as a compliment or a genuine acknowledgement of your worth. What she really means by you're too good for me is that she's not interested, and it's just her way of trying to soften the blow, soften the rejection. If someone is genuinely into you, they will not push you away by downplaying their own value. This is a clear sign that you need to move on and find someone who truly appreciates you for you. Next up we have it's not you, it's me. This is cap. This is a very classic breakup line that typically signals that she's no longer interested in continuing the relationship, but doesn't want to put all the blame on herself for rejecting you. This phrase is used to avoid making the other person feel inadequate, even though it's often the person saying it who has lost interest or no longer feels a connection with the other person. But the reality is that it's very rarely about her. It's more about the emotional or physical disconnect she feels with you. Next up we have I only like nice guys. Now do not believe this. While women generally appreciate kindness and emotional maturity in a man, the idea that they only like nice guys is a myth. Many women find confidence, assertiveness, masculinity, and a little bit of unpredictability to be way more attractive than just being nice. If a woman says she only likes nice guys, it's likely a reflection of a misunderstanding or a misrepresentation of what she truly desires. Too much niceness without other compelling traits can make a person seem passive or lacking in character. Always remember, nice guys finish last. Next up we have I'm just not ready to date right now. This is bullshit. What she really means is that she's just not ready to date you right now. If she was genuinely interested in you, she would make time for the relationship no matter what her circumstances in life are. I agree, sometimes people do need time to heal themselves or focus on other areas of their lives, but when someone is genuinely interested in you, they will definitely put an effort to spend time with you and explore finding a potential relationship with you. Do not wait around for her to be ready for a relationship or to date. Instead, remove the focus from her and focus on improving yourself as a masculine man. Focus on improving your personality, your traits, your attractiveness, and focus on finding someone in the long run who's ready and interested in being with you for who you are. Well, that's my list. If you found this video helpful, I'm sure you're gonna like this video where I rank all the signs that she likes you on a tier list. I'll see you there.